Hey guys, it's time to fill up Xpert's Glowfall for the first time and give it a test run. So my usual walking tightrope fashion, I'm going to do it live for all you guys to appreciate. It is so fun. What I do is I screw a barbed fitting to the top of my reservoir here, and I put a little piece of tube and a funnel so I can get far away from the rig. Okay. And just fill the reservoir up. Because when the pump starts running, it's going to want to suck the reservoir just about empty. You might as well fill it all the way to the top best you can. Using straight distilled water. 97 cents a gallon. For all you guys that like to spend $20 a quart for stuff that you don't need, just want to let you know, you can do it this way too. Straight distilled water, and you can use color like food coloring, like you use for Easter eggs, you know, the little liquid dyes you get from the grocery store. They're harmless, they last a long time, they're bright. Only problem is they're not UV reactive. But we're using light on this reservoir, so that's not a real issue. I'm going to show you how nice that looks in the front. I just love looking at that. Yes, indeed. All right, let's keep filling it up. I put about 3 cups of water in there. The reservoir holds about a full quart. And you don't want to pour too fast because you got to let the air get back up out of the reservoir. And if you go too fast, it'll make splashes, which is why I have the paper towel wrapped around it, because I'd rather get the splashes trapped by that down inside this beautiful computer. Almost to the top here. One more cup, we'll be up to about a quart of water. That ought to be enough to charge the pump and push some air through the radiator. I'm using a jumpered power supply right to the fan controller here, and the fan controller is using a heavy gauge lead to the pump, which draws about 18 watts when it kicks on. So alright, looking pretty full there. I'm going to rotate the knob. What I'm going to do is come around here so you guys can watch the waterfall squirt up for the first time. There it goes. It's sucking away. You see it pushing bubbles. Yeah, it's definitely moving. You can hear it. It's pushing a lot of air too. Nothing coming back yet. It's dry running. Gotta turn the pump off and let the air come back out of the pump. Okay, let's see what happens. Fire it up again. Now it's running quietly. Pretty cool, huh? What you can do is you can just turn it down again. I'm going to put a little more water in the reservoir. I want to show you how this goes. This is easy. Just let the water trickle down the tube. Don't try to fill the whole tube. Alright, let's fire it up again. You got to start and stop pumps because they will get air in them and then they won't do a good job. You'll hear that noise, that noise right there, that's a no good. Just let it complete its thing. Once it gets all the air out of the loop, it'll stop doing that. But you can see it's charging air through the loop because it's pushing air out of the radiator. You can see it. You just got to let it do its thing for a second. Tilt the case back, get some air bubbles up out of the line. go. Okay. Let's let it get going again. There it is. This time I'm going to push it back, keep it loaded, and it'll push all the air out. Okay, you can see the waterfall effect now. You can hear the pump's perfectly quiet once it has been submerged. It has a full load of water. So, when you're bleeding your waterfall reservoirs, if you feel like you're cavitating, it's because it's trapped an air bubble in there. Ah yes, we're getting the familiar I got a pee sound. It's not pushing as much as it should. We turn it off again, tilt it again, let the air bubbles up. That big boom. Yes, indeed. Turn it back on. See what it does. See, it draws it down so low. And you can adjust the speed that it's running so you can get a nice waterfall effect. Now we're not getting hardly any noise at all. But it is definitely pushing the water over the ledge. That was very interesting. Okay, I've got the reservoir pushed all the way forward so the hoses are a little bit kinked. Now you got to realize there's going to be a lot of air in the radiator. You got to play with it, tilt it around. Just make sure you don't let any water get out of the res while you're doing it. And there you have it. Xpert's Glowfall.